Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, my name is Sufyan Ahmed and my roll number is 1135. Today I am talking about cloud computing. I'm gonna tell you about why we use cloud, what is cloud computing, what are the cloud models, and what are the cloud providers. Now I'm moving toward our first point, and that why we need cloud computing. So basically, let's take an example. If you want to you want to host a website, or you can say if you want to run a website, you have to buy this. You need a proper system. You need hardware. You need server. You need also internet, and you to maintain your servers. You need more servers to maintain your servers. You need a monitoring system, and which creates a lot of which causes us to spend a lot of money. So basically it is very costly also. So it is not like that today we don't use this method. We still use this method, and we have his name its name we can call it on-prem solution. Although it is not important, because we used cloud computing these days at modern ages. Now because everyone moves toward the cloud computing, now I'm gonna discuss about the disadvantages of on-prem solution. So these are the disadvantages. You can say if you have to run a website, or you can say host a website, you have to set up a hardware which is very costly. So basically all the setup is very expensive. We require full setup of hardware. We need engineers for its maintenance time by time, and we always have to make sure that the setup is running properly. Your server always should be running up, because there is not particular time that when the traffic is high or when the traffic is low. So all the time your server should be running. So to maintain all these things, you can say our expenses increased a lot. We have to spend a lot of money just to only maintenance of the software. You by taking I'm gonna tell you an example of like that. If you are hosting a website, you have set up a hardware. You have fully expensive hardware, and your server is running at the morning when everyone is sleeping. There is less traffic on your website. At the noon there is little much traffic on your website, and then suddenly at evening, from time 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., and the traffic is very high on the website. So that again at the midnight from 2 a.m. To 5 a.m., or you can say 11 a.m., the traffic is low. So at that particular time your high costly server still running when there is less traffic. So there is a lot of loss of money in that process. So that's why on-prem solution is very expensive. Is very expensive. Now I'm gonna tell you about how cloud computing works. So cloud computing is I'm gonna give you an example. Is like that I have a system. I'm gonna setting you and telling you an instruction by giving an example. If I like it can be, if I have a system, I run the system, I started the internet on it, then I give you a rebootly access of it. Means first I started an application, then I give you a access of that system, rebootly access of that system through internet. Now you can remotely access my system. Now you don't have to maintain its hardware, you don't have to maintain its software, you don't have you just have I have provided you a platform. Now you just have the platform, and you just need to use it. There is nothing to do with the hardware, there is nothing to do with the software. You only have to use it. And also at the peak point, when there is a lot then the traffic is very high, you can buy more servers at that particular time. Just for that particular time, you don't have to buy a lot, and you don't have to buy servers for 24 hour. When there is high traffic, you can buy the server for that particular time. So the headache of money loss should be gone through cloud computing. Now I'm going to telling about what is cloud. So basically the term cloud refers to a network or internet. In other words, we can say that cloud is something is present at remote location. Cloud can provide service over network, just like through our home's Wi-Fi, and you can basically the cloud. The example of cloud is the simple example of cloud is your email, your browser. You can access your email on your laptop. You can also access that same email on your on your phone. You can access that application on some other country or some other city. All you just have need a device or internet. So basically cloud is the simple access and easy way to access your application at anywhere. You don't require any specific time or any specific thing to run your application. So I'm moving toward what is cloud. I'm telling about what is cloud. So basically it is the use of the remote server on internet to store, manage, process rather than a local server or your personal computer. Now all this happening on virtual system, not on your local computer system. Cloud computer is both a combination of software and hardware based computing. Now I'm telling about the types of the cloud computing. I'm telling about the cloud models. There are two types of cloud models: a service models, deployment models. Service models are IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. Deployment models are public cloud, hybrid cloud, private cloud, community cloud. So now I'm moving towards service cloud. Now I'm telling you about what are the service models. So the service models provide you the service like IaaS. IaaS means refers to infrastructure as a service. In that service model, you can define what you need, what is your requirement, like how much money, how much hard you required for your system, how much RAM you required, how much memory you required. You can simply you can define it properly. You can configure it your application properly. You have fully access in IaaS. In PaaS means platform as a service. You don't have control on architecture like infrastructure as a structure, because in infrastructure IaaS you have all the control, but in PaaS you will get it as a software. They will define you a platform. You have to come to that platform and run your application on that platform. You have to upload on that platform and deploy your application on that platform. Underline that things cannot be defined on the things like architecture cannot be defined on the PaaS. On the other hand, the third example is SaaS, means software as a service. Here you have only one thing: you have to apply the software. There is nothing to do with the application, with the deployment, or also with the infrastructure, or you can say with the architecture of the application. You can't even deploy the application. So basically a software as a service is just one thing, and the thing is that you have to only apply your software. Now I am moving toward the deployment models. So basic so basically these are the things about infrastructure as a service. These are the slides about platform as a service. You can say properly in the platform that on second slide, the cloud providers give the ability to customer to deploy customer created application using programming language. These are provided by cloud providers. Now we are moving toward an example for software as a service. And a Salesforce is a company, or you can say a provider.com provide the CRM, customer relation manager, on a cloud infrastructure to its client and charge them for it, but the software is owned by the Salesforce company only. Now I'm moving to the deployment service. So there are four types of deployment services. Deployment methods define the type of access to the cloud: public cloud, you can say private cloud, community cloud, and hybrid cloud. So public I'm now talking about the public cloud. Public cloud basically is a shared cloud. It is like that a provider set up a cloud and shared it with multiple peoples. Every consumer has its own part in that cloud. Just like the example we can took from our websites, where we can also visit, we can take the information like Wikipedia. It is a public cloud. Everyone can access to that website. On the other hand, in private cloud, it is only defined for you. You will tell that this system is only yours, only mine. You can say only you can access, no other party can access that cloud. Secure websites are all cloud present on the private cloud, and important data are also sent on the private cloud. Basically the private cloud, in private cloud only you can access, just like admin have access to its application rather than the other parties like the outsiders. Now if you when you want to use the combination of both cloud, public or private, then the hybrid cloud came to being. So hybrid cloud is the combination of both private and public cloud. Now I'm moving toward the next slide, and it is about cloud providers. So basically there are many too much providers present in the market, like most of particular are AWS provider, Azure Cloud, Google Cloud Service Platform, IBM Cloud, Amazon's web cloud. You can also, there are other also present, but most IBM Cloud are also present. Oracle is also a cloud provider. So Microsoft is the most leading provider in the market, like IBM. IBM is also a leading provider in the market. So these are the cloud providers, and there is nothing more about the cloud provider. Thank you.